lot from talking to people like Renee and others in the industry. Gentlemen. It's kind of hard from one firm to the next. You might have somebody that has the same title, but their job is totally different. When it comes to attorneys and paralegals and legal clerks and things like that, generally it's a role that's defined by the legal associations, the bar, and so forth. We don't really have that for litigation support. So the ALSP was actually founded with the goal of creating proper titles for the proper qualifications and roles, and also creating certifications, so that when you deal with a company, let's say, who's helping you with an e-discovery matter, and they tell you you're working with a forensics technician, an area that I can think of we focus on, that you know that that person, if they're ALSP certified, will carry certain qualifications and meet certain standards and adhere to those, and have a responsible party to report to if they're not adhering to those standards. So that's really the main goal of the ALSP. Comments, questions, jokes?
Well, I think that one of the major challenges that we've discussed in our group, like you were saying about titles, they're not necessarily universal. Yeah. But not only that, there is depending on the law firm, depending on the city, depending on the vendor, yep, the terminology that's being used, just in litigation support in general, is very subjective.
Absolutely.
And there's a lack of, or maybe the perception that there's a lack of educational resources to deepen the knowledge base and share information and share ideas. And I've noticed that we have quite a mix of people in our group, and we're not all necessarily on the same page. Right. So that's sort of what we've been working toward in our group, to just, when it comes to Phoenix and the types of projects and cases and the roles within the different law firms, we have found that there's a major disconnect.
Right. So. Yep, that's a good point. Any other comments? You guys, I know from the law firm side, I don't work on the law firm side, so Jennifer?
I think as even within our own group, we have a core group of paralegals that handle everything in-house for us. Some have a certain set of education, they have a certain set of experience, and having a place that they could go for a resource, that would be something else for us in hiring. It would make it a little bit easier if I'm looking for someone to really know that their credentials match what the resume says.
Sure, great point. Yeah, and that's one of the main objectives of the ALSP, is to be an educational resource for this industry. So let's go into a little bit of the history. Well, some of the goals first. So to advance, foster, and promote the litigation support profession, facilitate implementation of generally acceptable professional standards, provide a collaborative forum for the dissemination of information from litigation support organizations and individuals, and assist the legal community in analyzing, recommending, anticipating, and preparing for future developments, and also provide certifications and continuing education, which is a really big one that I think for the Phoenix market, in my experience, it's been hard to really find a solid resource for that. One central area where you can turn not to just a software certification, but a standard of certifications that delve into the actual profession, the day-to-day, not just one specific task in a specific software.